plant the unplantable, grow the ungrowable. That's the goal of this tank. So I was pretty excited when I got the lights for this tank. The reason being is once I get lights, that gives you the ability to grow plants. And my tank was rather bare. It is a big tank, so it could be impressive in size, but to me, it's probably one of my least impressive tanks since there's literally nothing going on in there but fish. So I wanted to add some detail. Now I came across two problems. One is I have silver dollars, and silver dollars are the craziest plant eaters. If you haven't seen them eat plants, you could just check my silver dollars or sleeves full of lettuce. One of my first videos I've created, and I'll tell you, when you watch that video, imagine that to every single plant you put in the tank. There's no way you're growing plants in the tank. However, I'm gonna do it. And how is that? Well, I'm not actually growing them in the tank. I am gonna be growing them on the outside of the tank. But however, I still wanted it to look cool, and I needed to do quite a bit of experimenting as well. And initially I started with experimenting with plants in cups. However, this is not the route I wanted to go down because it does look kind of unpleasing having a basket that you grow plants in. But it was my first test run, and I tested this with Aquatic Life LED. It did work for some time. The fish did eat some of the roots, but it was still, the plants did fine until the plants fell into the tank one day and they ate the whole thing, and that was the end of that. So right now I decided let's go around with basically round 3 of trials. And round 3 of trials was, first I have driftwood set up on my tank. Having containers to me didn't look as appealing, and that's the reason why I decided to go with driftwood. And it is also the reason why I mounted my LEDs so high and why I purchased such powerful LEDs. These are black box LEDs that are normally used for grow in reef tanks. However, I'm using them on a freshwater tank, and I'm simply using them at full power. And I am planning to grow plants above the tank. Now, what's going to happen is the driftwood, I could put the plant near the edge of the water line. And what's going to happen is the driftwood is actually going to absorb some of the water, so it's actually going to move up to the plant's roots. So all you really have to do is make sure some of the plant's roots are touching some water, and you got to make sure that that you could attach the plant pretty securely to the driftwood. And the great thing about this is it doesn't look ugly of just having a bare container with a plant growing out of it, but it actually has a really cool effect where the plant is growing along the piece of wood. However, there's some plants this won't work with, and I did experience root rot with some plants and they completely died. However, other plants tolerate it much better. So even after all this, I did come across a few problems with my driftwood, so I ended up having to remove the driftwood from the tank, and I will purchase some new driftwood. However, I have stopped growing the plants like this temporarily because I have no driftwood currently and I'm looking for more. So if you guys are looking for a way to spruce up your tank and you have fish that eat plants, here's a great idea. It also helps with the nitrates. And don't forget to subscribe and share.